to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam, and today I'm playing Naya Expertise. It's a sweet little deck that is trying to cast fuse spells, either off of the Expertise cards from Aether Revolt or off of Brain in the Jar. So we're going to either try to cheat a giant creature into play with Breaking and Entering, or cast a Beck Call Fused, make a bunch of birds, draw a bunch of cards. A lot of undercosted craziness going on, and this game looks great. We have a turn 1 accelerant, can play Brain in the Jar on turn 2, activated, and then turn 3, activate for the second time, and then you can match with 2 counters breaking, the breaking half, but you can match that half, and then by matching, cast the entire spell. Fused, mill 8, hope to hit a big creature, and turn 3 Emrakul seems great. I will keep. And I'm on the play. Perfect. Our opponent won't know what's up. And hopefully doesn't spell snare our Brain in the Jar. Or bolt our bird. Just give me 1 turn free. Play like a Serum Visions. Maybe a Creeping Tar Pit. Versus Tower, sure. Basilisk Collar. I guess they're Eldrazi Tron, and this goes with Endbringer. That would be my guess. Eldrazi Tron has certainly gotten more popular in the last month or so. So let's see if they can deal with this. Yeah, I guess I'll just pass. I guess, no, they'd have to have Eldrazi Temple plus something else to play Thought-Knot Seer this turn, which would be our biggest concern. Mind Stone, yeah, they're setting up for next turn. Well, I will put a charge counter. Bam. What else we got? Don't draw another creature, please. I'd really like to hit one off of this Breaking and Entering. Oddly, can't cast Karizev's Expertise, so we'll just leave that one on the holster. Put a charge counter. Cast an instant or sorcery. Fuse. Target myself. And we hit. Ooh, we got 3 options here. We have Birds of Paradise, nice one, gets our 2nd red for Karazev. We have Simian Spirit Guide, 2/2, applies some beats. Or we have Ulamog the Infinite Gyre, 10/10, Indestructible Annihilator 4. I think I'm gonna choose the Ulamog. Seems like the best option. And then once the Breaking and Entering finishes resolving, we get the Eldrazi trigger on the stack, shuffle my graveyard in, and yeah. Oh, so you can't beat it turn 3 Ulamog the Infinite Gyre? Is that not typical? Do people not do that normally? I guess not. Opponent's draw just didn't really come together. Okay, well, that was about as good as this deck goes. So pretty happy there. And now, we have a few options sideboard. Leyline of Sanctity and Defense Grid are not good options. Just don't do anything against Tron. We can bring in some amount of artifact removal. I don't, against the Eldrazi list, which I'm assuming my opponent is, they don't have Oblivion Stone, which is probably our primary concern for artifact removal. We'd mainly be trying to target expedition maps really early in the game. And I don't think that's really worth it. But I do like Through the Breach, especially because we won game 1 with Breaking and Entering. Our opponent is probably going to bring in some amount of graveyard hate. If they have Relic of Progenitus, that would be the most likely culprit. So I think I'm going to bring in the 3 Through the Breaches as additional win conditions. I'm going to cut 1 Breaking and Entering. I'm going to cut a Karizev's Expertise because our opponent doesn't. Well, I guess if they're the Eldrazi version, they are going to have some creatures. But this is. So maybe the Karizev's Expertises are good. Maybe I'm supposed to cut a Brain in the Jar as the slower part of it. That makes some sense to me. As the slower enabler. And then maybe cut a Gristlebrand. Even though we're bringing through the breach, we shouldn't have too many issues having a creature. If our opponent did have Oblivion Stone, then I would consider also bringing out maybe trimming a Beck Call because they can more easily answer that. I've seen Eldrazi Tron list with All is Dust as a sweeper, but I assume they don't run 4 of that card. I say have Endbringer too, which helps deal with these 1/1s, but um, this is more of a value play anyway. We're eventually just trying to set up one of these big things, especially in a matchup like Tron where 4 1/1s and 4 cards can easily get trumped, whereas a matchup like Jund, it might not. Okay, so we have a bird and Karizev's expertise. We can just target the bird if need be, and can cast one of these things. Just need a land, but I'm certainly going to keep. Find a stomping ground with this Windswept Heath, and we will be all set. Yeah, opponent definitely on Eldrazi Tron. Land. Ooh, Bristlebrand, not great. Can't cast that yet. I need to fetch first. Cancel. Stomping ground. Yes, I would like to pay 2 life. Thank you, Moto. So kind. Even oh, I was gonna say even if we get Thought Knot, it wouldn't be that bad, but it would. They would take our Karizev's expertise, and they do indeed have Relic. Ooh, okay. So I think given that our opponent is tapped out and can't activate the Relic, we really only have the 1 turn to try to break me entering, and the upside is really big. We're still can SRAM's expertise into Bet Call next turn if we draw a land anyway, so I'm just going to go for it. And this, to make sure we can cast SRAM's expertise, I'm going to find a white source with this fetch land, so Temple Garden. Pay 2 life, yes. Karizev's expertise. I'll target that one. Our opponent might be a little mad. Oof, okay, well, we did draw 2 creatures, so this could be an issue. Well, I'll fuse and target myself. Oh, well, we have 4 options now. We have the same 3 from last game, but we can also take a Noble Hierarch. Noble Hierarch is a pretty powerful Magic card. Oh, I wasn't even done making my decision. Why? Where'd you go? What if I wanted a Noble Hierarch? Nice Relic of Progenitus. That was great. Well, that was sort of best case scenario. We saw really what the deck is capable of, especially in a matchup like Tron, where they're going to give you 2 or 3 turns to set up as they're setting up their mana. The Eldrazi Tron list can be a little bit faster. But even that second hand, we were pretty well insulated to a Thought-Knot Seer. I guess really punished our opponent for trying to play the Mind Stone on turn 2 into Relic. They just played land Relic pass with the mana up. We would have been forced to go the route with Bet Call. But the thing is, he's probably tapping out at some point in the next couple turns just to land a big threat because that's how the deck's curve is. So better to take the risk earlier on in the game when I'm less likely to have it. And unfortunately, he got punished. So deck was really sweet, and hope you enjoyed me putting in some Ulamog's on turn 3 and turn 2. That is just how Modern works sometimes. So that's it for today. You can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.